Good fine Saturday morning, YouTube. So for those of you who are into me eating gross and weird stuff for YouTube, I got a video I'm uploading to YouTube of me eating some random stuff, which I thought was tasty, but you may not like it. But dealing with the cold, I had to blow my nose off camera, which I know was kind of gross, but hopefully y'all understand. So I seen this article on the internet, and I want to read it to you, or at least the title of it. Give you my 2 cents on it. Trump admin moves $260 million from cancer research, HIV/AIDS research, and other programs to cover cost of housing immigrant children. Right. Well, I will paste the link in the description box below if you want to check it out. Do a little video on that. Well, you can't get too mad at Trump because he is helping children out, but at the same time, you stop and think, okay, if Trump hadn't done his little tax cut break for him and his rich buddies, he'd probably have the money in this country's budget plan to afford on that. If Trump would have been like, look, I know we're rich, but we can afford to pay a couple extra dollars on taxes. Now think about it. This is what blows my mind. You can spend X amount of money on gold toilets for your hotel, but God forbid you pay a couple extra bucks on your taxes. I'm not looking forward to doing my taxes on my wand business, but it has to be done. If I've made over $3,000 selling wands in the last couple of months, then, yeah. And it's got to be claimed, otherwise. The IRS don't give a shit if I'm autistic. They'd be like, hey, Mr. Saunders, we noticed you had a successful wand business on Etsy and you didn't put it on your income tax. Well, shit. Yeah, no, don't fuck with the IRS, bud. That's just, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. Yeah. There's just certain people you don't fuck with. You know what I'm saying, tubes? Look, I kind of get why Trump and his buddies were looking for a tax break, but at the same time, I don't get it, you know? I get that they love money and they'd rather spend it on luxurious things to show off how incredibly wealthy they are. Like, oh, I do declare, 24 karat gold shoulda. Oh. So yeah, my philosophy on life is don't let money change you as a person. That's one of my philosophies, I guess. You know, if I won the fucking lottery, I wouldn't let the money change who I am. I wouldn't stop dressing the way I dress. Off topic, but beside the point. Now keep in mind, Trump's tax cut plan for the rich cost this country like $109 billion or trillion, whichever, one of the two. Point is, it's a lot of money. There are schools, there's a school in Colorado that literally had to cut their school week down to just 3-day weekends and 4-day school weeks because they can't afford to go the full 5 days. And if children are getting denied an education because of these budget cuts, and the budget cuts being a result of many things, not just Trump's tax cut for the rich. Sure, these rich corporate 1%ers are living comfortably while the rest of us suffer, or try to make ends meet. The rich 1% motherfuckers are making some money, showing it off with their luxuries and shit, while the rest of us suffer or try to do what we can to get by. It's bullshit. I mean, if Trump hadn't done the budget cut, the tax budget cut for him and his rich buddies, he'd have the money. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to bet you, and I don't think taxes for the rich should be super high, but maybe like 4% higher than what middle class would pay. That's reasonable. You know what I'm saying? That's reasonable. If you have people who are, you know, millionaires, and they make money selling their brand and that sort of thing, you know what I'm saying? There are some people who are like, no, that's too low. And I'm like, well, if they're trying to have, you know what I'm saying? And now Trump's got it to where rich people are paying less on their taxes than the middle income or lower income people. I'm just saying, if you're rich enough, you should have to pay your fair share of taxes. I'm not saying you have to pay a shit ton or more than you should, but like, if you're rich enough to afford gold toilets for your hotel, I'm sitting there going, maybe you're rich enough to pay your fair share on taxes. Now, if I was the president, I would legalize all softcore drugs, get them off the schedule list, and use that to be taxed like alcohol and tobacco. Encourage people to use them responsibly, and then use the money made off of that to start fixing this country's economy. I would legalize prostitution and regulate it and make sure that they got tested every 2 weeks or every week at the very least. And that way the women would have the control, and then the men go from being pimps to bodyguards. You feel me? Instead of pimps being disrespectful to their peeps, because you gotta respect the game. And I would also make childhood beauty pageants illegal. Beauty pageants everywhere in the United States would be mandatory 18 years of age or older. People might think, isn't that a bit far? And I go, no, it's not. Little girls don't need to be taught to rely on their looks to go places in life. They need to be taught that they can do anything, and they don't need, that negative reinforcement. But if you're a chick and you're 18 years of age or older and you want to join a beauty pageant, I don't see why you shouldn't be able to. That's your choice. You're a legal adult. And it's disgusting when parents have this pissing match with each other. You know what I'm saying? But that's just my opinion. Take it or leave it. I mean, if you don't believe the ludicrousy of this article that I mentioned in the video, then I will post it in the description box below. And you'll see for yourself that I'm not bullshitting. I can't even begin to fathom, you know, you can't get too mad at Trump, but at the same time, it's like, dude, you'd have the money for that if you didn't fuck around with it the first couple of months in office. I'm beyond flabbergasted, YouTube. Cigar wrapper array. I'll throw the cigar wrapper away and grab some H2O. Now, the money you would make off of legalized soft-core drugs, the money you'd make off of legal and safe prostitution, you know what I'm saying? Which people in that field industry would have to be 21 years of age or older. If you wanted to be a legal prostitute, you had to be 21 years of age or older. I've already thought this through. Make condoms a requirement when going to see a quote-unquote escort. Yeah. Let's think of it. If you compare escorts to marijuana, think about this. Escorts are kind of like prostitutes, but in a legal form. And then you got it in Colorado where it's kind of legal, but still on a federal level, you know. Marijuana should be legal all over the goddamn world. There'd be less fucking problems. Countries would no longer fight over oil because they'd be too stoned to care about stupid shit like that. Oh, your country's out of oil? Well, here, let me share some of my oil with you. Prove me wrong. That's what I'm saying on that. You can't tell me that if the entire population of world leaders got together and got hellaciously baked off their asses, that some shit wouldn't get resolved and people would stop fighting over stupid shit. How much do you want to bet? You get every world leader in one room and get them hellaciously stoned and in a good mood, and I guarantee you, shit will change. Prove me wrong. Thank you for watching this video. I'll catch you later.